Autumn, your wedding invitation came today. I'm shocked. I never thought you'd actually get married. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I'm already 37. I thought I'd never get married. Where did you meet him? Was it a blind date? No, I met him through a coworker. We both value living a stable life. He proposed after 6 months of dating. Hey, are you sure about this? About what? If you end up getting divorced, it's going to be a disaster. Wait, what? Failing at this age would be as terrifying as running into some kind of monster. Did you run into one after your divorce? I'm not talking about me. But I've already decided to marry him. I see. I don't think it's a good idea, though. Isn't he a government worker? I can already see you living a boring life. That's such a stereotype about government workers. Besides, both of us are the type that's happy as long as we can live a stable life. I can't believe it. You two sound like old folks. What's fun about living a dull life, like sitting on a porch basking in the sun? We're not into flashy stuff. That's just how we are. Then why are you throwing such a big wedding if you like being low-key? I saw the invitation, and the wedding you picked is huge. And I bet the interior is fancy too. A couple who likes being simple should just get married quietly at a small church with close family. Well, a more intimate wedding would have been nice, but I've always had this dream since I was a kid. Plus, he said he wanted to see me in a wedding dress. Just don't end up divorced right after the wedding. That'd be a waste of the gift. I'm not like you, Natalie. What's that supposed to mean? Is that a dig? Sorry, that wasn't what I meant. Your best friend is divorced and struggling. And you're out there getting married like you don't even care about my feelings. That's not how I meant it. We've been best friends since high school. How can you not understand how I feel? Don't you realize how miserable I'll feel watching you get married? Sorry, I didn't think about it that way. I thought since it's been 3 years since your divorce, you'd be okay by now. It doesn't matter how many years pass. Being cheated on and betrayed by my husband isn't something I can just get over. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have invited you. But I really wanted you, who is my best friend, to be there. I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to come if you don't want to. Oh, I'm coming. Wait, really? You can make it? Of course. I might meet someone good there. Someone good? Someone who'll support me and let me live in luxury. So you want to get remarried? Of course. I don't want to be alone forever. That'd be miserable. I'm going to marry a rich guy and become a classy housewife. Oh, I see. If I meet someone who meets my standards, I'll get married again in a heartbeat. So make sure at the reception, I'm seated near only single guys, okay? What? And don't you dare sit me next to some married old guy. Single, handsome, and loaded. Got it? I'll think about it. But most of his coworkers are stable government workers. Are you okay with that? But he graduated from Harvard, didn't he? Wow, you remember that after meeting him just once? If he graduated from Harvard, there's bound to be a lot of rich guys. Probably execs or future CEOs. Well, we'll see. Just make sure I'm surrounded by single good-looking guys, okay? And put the best one right next to me. I'll ask him if anyone like that's coming. Oh, by the way, I'm not giving you a wedding gift. What? You're okay with that, right? Well... What? Are you really going to take money from your best friend? But it's a wedding. Even if it's a best friend, it's normal to give something when you're invited to a wedding, isn't it? I'm divorced and struggling with money right now. You're giving me the opportunity to potentially meet someone great, aren't you? That's not really why I'm inviting you. I'm not here to celebrate your marriage. I'm here to find my next husband. To snag a good guy, I'll need to buy a dress and get my hair and makeup done. All that costs money, you know. I guess that makes sense. So yeah, no wedding gift from me. Now I've got to start going to the spa. Natalie, can I talk to you for a sec? Huh? We just saw each other earlier. What do you want now? I need to ask you something. It's about the white dress. White dress? Yeah, it was supposed to be hanging on the wall in the bedroom. But now I can't find it. I don't know anything about that. Why are you asking me? Well, you were the only one who came over today. After I showed it to you, no one else touched it. You were the only one I could think of. Oh, so you're saying I did something to it? I just thought maybe you'd know something. So you are doubting your best friend now, huh? I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I really can't find it. Oh, the white dress? Yeah, I know where it is. So it was you, Natalie. Where is it? Well, serves you right. Excuse me? I burned your wedding dress. You burned it? It's pretty charred, but if you still want it, I could go fetch it for you. Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Where's the dress? It's in the doghouse. What? After I set it on fire, I threw it into your dog's house. You're kidding. When I was leaving, I tossed the dress out the window and lit it up. The dog started barking like crazy. By now, it's probably being used as its blanket. How could you do something so awful? Because we can't both wear white. I was planning on wearing a white dress to your wedding too. But if we're both in white, I won't stand out. So you burned my dress for that reason? Also, wearing white as a guest at a wedding is really rude. You know that, right? I can't stand the thought of you being the one who gets all the attention instead of me. Oh, please. Just because you're the bride doesn't mean you get to be the star of the show. A plain girl like you should just wear a gray suit and blend in. How can you say that? We're supposed to be best friends. Best friends? Who said that? We've kept in touch since high school, always supporting each other. Are you kidding me? You're so plain and dull compared to me. I only kept you around to make myself look better. Don't get the wrong idea. No way. Look, I'm a beautiful, vibrant woman. I don't need you to stand out. But having someone like you nearby just makes me shine even more. You always treated me out, so I figured it was worth keeping up this friendship. But honestly, you're so boring that being around you is exhausting. Even in high school, you were such a goody two-shoes. Anytime we'd go out, you'd always be like, I have a curfew, and rush home. Lately, the only reason I've even pretended to be close with you is that you'd always pay for my meals. Without that, there's really no point in hanging out with you. I always thought of you as my best friend, Natalie. I knew divorce must have been hard on you, so I'd treat you to meals when we'd meet, just to help out. I don't need your pity. I'd rather be best friends with the flea than with you. I really believed in you. And now, even though you're such a plain girl, I can't stand that you're getting married. I always thought you'd stay single forever. Getting married at almost 40 is totally unfair. But there's nothing I can do about that. I just can't stand the idea of you being happier than me. You're supposed to stay boring and pathetic, just like you've always been. This is unbelievable. Make sure you show up tomorrow in that burnt dress. With such a unique look, I'm sure it'll be a hit. Oh, I'm so excited. I wonder if I'll meet a man worthy of me. Time to snag a rich guy. Autumn, today's finally your wedding day, huh? Too bad for you, though. Since I burned your white dress, you're probably freaking out right now with nothing to wear, aren't you? This is just punishment for trying to be happier than me. I'm not really in any trouble. Huh? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you're actually going to show up in that charred dress. My dress is blue. What? You mean the dress for the reception? Nope. I'm wearing a blue wedding dress from the start. What? A blue wedding dress? Yeah, I love blue. And Michael said I look better in blue than in white. So I decided to wear it for the ceremony. What? So you're not wearing a white dress at all? No, I never planned to. Wait a minute. So the white dress I burned yesterday? That wasn't mine. It was my mother-in-law's dress. What? Why would your mother-in-law wear a white dress? Is she out of her mind? It's completely inappropriate for the groom's mother to wear a white dress to her son's wedding. Inappropriate? Well, look who's talking. Anyway, it wasn't for the wedding. She had it for their 40th anniversary next month. She was planning to take a commemorative photo in it. No way! You gotta be kidding me! I can't believe you did this. She was so excited to wear that dress. Well, it's your fault for being so confusing. Hanging it on the wall like that? Anyone would have thought it was your dress. She asked me to hold on to it, so I was just keeping it at my place. Burning someone's dress, no matter whose it is completely out of line. Fine, I get it. As much as it pains me, I'll pay for the dress. Of course. My mother-in-law is furious about her dress being ruined. Make sure you apologize properly when you see her at the venue. Yeah. But don't think something like this is going to bring me down. I came here in a white dress to land a rich, handsome guy after all. Gosh, just do whatever you want. Damn it! Today was a complete disaster. Anam, it's all your fault. Thank you for coming to the wedding, though. Thank you? You're right. How fake. So, did you meet anyone at the wedding? Of course not. Why? Your neighbor was exactly what he asked for. A Harvard grad, single, working at a top company. You shouldn't have seated me next to my ex-husband's coworker. Well, there weren't any other single people available. Seriously? He had the gall to make snarky comments about him being at my wedding. Oh, really? But since you're both single, isn't that fine? No, it's not. He knows. Knows what? The reason for the divorce. Oh, you mean the story that you were the one who cheated? Not your ex-husband? How do you... Turns out, that Harvard grad is my ex-husband's best friend. He told me after the ceremony. Who would have thought your ex-husband and my husband were connected? He also told me that you spent all of your ex-husband's savings from when he was single. And now you're being sued for alimony and to pay back all the money you took. Well... Not to mention, you kept stalking your ex-husband even after the divorce. And then you stormed into his office, causing such a scene that he had to get a restraining order. I'm honestly shocked. Well, I got dumped by the person I cheated with, so I had no money. So I tried to get back together with him, but he rejected me. Can you believe that? You got dumped? I didn't know that. Oh. But cheating on him and then trying to get back together, that's pretty unfair to him. What was I supposed to do? I didn't have any money. And he's awful. He's demanding a total of $100,000. That's way too much. $100,000? Yeah. Isn't that ridiculous? What did you even spend that much on? Well, I bought designer bags and clothes and went to luxury spas on the weekends to refresh. Spas? Yes, every weekend. I had a personal therapist, did full body spa treatments, and even had private yoga sessions. That must have cost a lot. Of course it did. But I needed to take care of myself, right? And I also traveled. Travel? Where to? Europe, Paris and Milan, fashion capitals. Shopping was a must. I had lunch at trendy cafes and dinner at high-end restaurants. And you paid for all that with your ex-husband's money? Of course. Marital money is shared money, isn't it? But you spent it all? Before I knew it, my closet was packed with bags, accessories, and shoes. I'd rush to buy the latest releases and update my wardrobe every season. That's how you spent $100,000? Unbelievable. I also went to a few parties and events. I had to pay attention to my outfits and hairstyles. I'd always get my hair and makeup done to perfection, to show off the perfect me. Parties and events. How much money did you spend on those? Each time, It was usually several $1,000s. Plus I went to fancy restaurants for dinner all the time. There's no way you could sustain a lifestyle like that. But my ex-husband worked at a top company. I thought I could get away with it. But after all that luxury, you still betrayed him and started seeing another guy. He was always working and never paid attention to me. I'm not the only one to blame. How selfish can you be? Since I didn't meet a good guy at the wedding, you owe me compensation. What? I planned to meet a rich guy, marry him, and have him cover my living expenses and pay my alimony. The fact that I didn't find anyone is your fault. What? That's completely absurd. You know what? Fine. I'll just take your husband then. I thought he was a local government worker, but it turns out he's with the federal government, and he seems to be doing well financially. I might not get a flashy lifestyle, but I won't have to worry about money. And he's better looking than I expected. If you give him to me, I won't ask for any alimony. What are you even talking about? A guy like that is wasted on you. He'd be way happier with someone as beautiful as me. Look, we got married because we both value living a stable life. Someone as flashy as you wouldn't get along with him at all. We're best friends. You should introduce him to me. Best friends? You only kept me around to make yourself look better, remember? So what? Without me, you would have had a lonely, miserable high school life with no friends. I don't see you as a best friend anymore, Natalie. What? How dare you act all high and mighty? I won't allow you to be happier than me. Dragging people down to make yourself feel better won't make you happy. Don't you dare lecture me. Oh, and about the dress? What now? Because of you, my mother-in-law's dress was ruined. Yeah, but I already apologized to her, didn't I? She didn't really say much to me, though. We filed a police report. What? Why? I said I'd pay for it. She was mad, but my father-in-law was even more furious. They're charging you with theft and property damage. No way! You're joking, right? It's not a joke. I just got back from the police station. But that means I'm going to get arrested. Seems like it. Also, we're going to bill you for the doghouse too. Our dog is a big one, so it's going to cost quite a bit. Doghouse? You've got to be kidding me. All I did was shove the burnt dress in there. Yeah, but since then, our dog won't go inside it anymore. Poor thing. How is that my problem? From now on, you better work hard and pay everything back. Hey, we're best friends, right? Can't you just drop the charges and forget about the doghouse thing? I always thought of you as my best friend, Natalie. I admired your bright personality and how confident you were. But, you know, someone who can't be happy for others isn't really a friend, are they? If I get arrested again, I'm in serious trouble. What do you mean? I ran out of money, so I went to my ex-husband's place recently. But there's a restraining order, right? Yeah, I got caught, and now I'm in the middle of a trial. You've got to be kidding me. Please, take back the police report. This time, I might not be able to get out. Maybe it's time you actually reflected on what you've done. Natalie, you seriously need to straighten out that attitude of yours. You burned someone's dress, refused to give a wedding gift, showed up in a white dress. Even Michael's family and the guests were all shocked. At least in jail, you won't have to worry about food. 3 meals a day. Take this time to reflect on how you've been living. Please, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I just wanted to live a life of luxury. I have no money. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Figure it out yourself. I'm begging you, help me. I can't stand the thought of being locked up. Natalie was arrested and likely won't be out for a while. Even when she does get out, she'll have to pay back her ex-husband, along with compensating for the dress and the doghouse. So she'll need to work hard. I was devastated when I learned her true colors, especially since I considered her a best friend. But I'm relieved that this situation gave me the chance to cut ties with her. I have no intention of ever seeing her again. But I do hope she reflects on her actions and stops causing trouble for others. Thankfully, Natalie's parents covered the cost of my mother-in-law's dress, so we were able to get a new one made. And my in-laws were able to have their 40th anniversary photo shoot without any issues. Now I'm enjoying a peaceful, heartwarming life with my husband, kind of like sitting on a porch in the sun.